Like the Commonwealth, Victoria has two major parties, the Labor Party and the Liberal Party. The Greens are a third party that holds some weight, are growing in popularity, but are not as big as the two majors. You may have also remembered the Teals and how they swept through and took out long-standing Liberal seats in May's federal election. Well, that's on the cards again, with strong candidates running in blue ribbon seats in Melbourne South and East. But before we get into that, let's start with the governing Labor Party. The leader of the Labor Party is Daniel Andrews, who has held the seat of Mulgrave in Melbourne South East since 2002. He's held the top job since taking over former Liberal Party leader Denis Napthine in 2014. This means Andrews is currently running for his third term in office. Some hallmarks to his time as Premier include the removal of level crossings and his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. While he isn't without his critics, Andrews has consistently led the polling as preferred Premier over his Liberal counterpart. The Liberal Party was last in power for a single term between 2010 and 2014, with Ted Baillieu and Denis Napthine serving as Premiers in that time. Our current opposition leader, Matthew Guy, represents the seat of Bulleen in Melbourne's East. He ran as party leader at the 2018 election, but lost in a landslide to Andrews and the Labor Party. After which, Guy stepped down as leader and was replaced by Michael O'Brien. O'Brien lasted 3 years before Guy challenged him amid poor polling, returning the Bulleen MP to opposition leader. The Victorian Greens currently hold 3 seats in the lower house: Melbourne, Brunswick and Prahran, and 1 seat in the upper house. That upper house seat is held by Greens leader Samantha Ratnam, who represents Melbourne's northern metropolitan region. The Greens' main policy focus is on climate change action and reducing the cost of living. Now back to the Teals. Following their success at securing traditionally blue ribbon federal seats, state candidates are now running under the unofficial Teal banner too. It's important to note that Teal is not a party. It's a name that's been given to community-led independent candidates with the collective ideals of environmental action and political integrity. Similar to the federal election, Teal candidates are predominantly fighting for seats in wealthy inner-city areas, including Caulfield, Kew, Brighton and Sandringham. Most of the federal Teal independent candidates received the support of fundraising group Climate 200. Climate 200 has pledged to back any independent candidates who have a strong focus on transparency and integrity in government and a belief in a science-based approach to climate change. Not long now until we know if there will be a so-called Independence Day here in Victoria too.